In the modern world, we expect things: a warm home, a full pantry, and of course, an absolutely unreasonable quantity of wool. At Sheepco Industries, we believe that every great product begins with one simple principle: farm to market. It sounds simple, and it is, provided you have sheep. Lots of sheep. And somewhere to keep them. Our first step is the careful selection and containment of our livestock. Here at Sheepco, we believe in giving every sheep a safe, secure environment from which there is absolutely no escape. Because happy sheep are productive sheep, and productive sheep require wheat. But where does the wheat come from? Why, from nature itself, by carefully harvesting the humble leaf and transforming it through our advanced agricultural processing facilities. We create one of farming's most valuable resources: bone meal. And no bones were wasted in the making of this advertisement. With Sheepco's revolutionary accelerated growth methodology, a single seed can become a mature crop in moments. No waiting, no patience, no understanding of natural growth cycles whatsoever, just results. And once the wheat is ready, it goes directly to our livestock. One pair becomes two, two become four, four become, well, frankly, we lost count. This is the Sheepco difference, a continuous cycle of growth. Wheat becomes sheep, sheep become wool, wool becomes inventory, and inventory becomes infrastructure. But we didn't stop there, because at Sheepco Industries, we don't believe in merely meeting demand. We believe in creating it. And so we expanded, and expanded, and expanded again. 3 massive sheep farms, thousands of carefully managed agricultural assets, and enough wool to construct a lighthouse so enormous that ships will be able to see it from approximately the moon. From one humble seed, to one determined farmer, to an entire vertically integrated wool production empire, Sheepco Industries is proud to bring you farm to market. Because when opportunity knocks, you don't open the door, you build a fence around it, feed it wheat, and harvest the wool. Sheepco Industries, from our farm to your lighthouse. Sheepco Industries, we make wool. Sheepco Industries, quality, efficiency, compliance.
So now I'm on my way to our new building destination. This is where it will be built. But there's much work to do yet, and there's been much work on the go. I have a lot of bees, wow, that's crazy. And the main sheep farm, because I will be building this out of wool. So let's get cracking. Okay, first things first, I do need to make sure, I don't know, I should have brought this a layer lower. But I think let me just get started with the excavating. I might need chests or just the dirt. Alright, let's just see how far along this plateau we'll need to go. Okay. Oh dear. Here we see animals in the wild. Stop being a naughty wolf. Oh dear. Well, you know, I suppose that's karma. Excuse you. So I'm not entirely sure why I decided that this build needs to be made with wool. I think it's because after I built the coastal cottage using mangrove trees and pale oaks, I wanted something a bit more vibrant. And due to the sheer scale and size of it, I think, although I've done a lot of the grunt work already, little dude, what's that? No, I do feel that I may have much sheep shearing yet to go. Let me just go build that chest so long for the wood. I have so many chests at the moment. It's actually outrageous. How's about right here? Let me just get a through line going. I have a feeling I'm going to go through a lot of shovels. Okay, let's go and put some of this away. And I'm actually happier for the fact that I have some leaf litter, purely because that's how I've been running this operation, on leaf litter, primarily. And it will make sense very soon. So, with many sheep comes much work, and I started with the 2 sheep farms up the top, and then very soon realized that it wasn't going to be sufficient. Also, something else I've learned is that it is definitely better to keep sheep, especially sheep farming endeavors, in much larger enclosures. So, while this is convenient for collecting, it's not very practical. Obviously, the sheep regen their wool every time they take a munch, and since there's not that much grass, it's problematic. But I have amassed quite a bit, so that's something. I think this whole chest. Okay, so that's where I've been putting the red. This is where I started putting the white wool, and then obviously with the amount that I've collected at this point, I had to repurpose the gardening chest for wool. So it's looking great. And then I do have another theory, but I'm not sure how much merit there is to it. When I built this enclosure at the bottom, I had ducks in here as well. And maybe it's just a psychosomatic thing, but I honestly feel that having the ducks in here, geese or whatever they are, chickens maybe, is great, because for some reason the grass over here actually grows much faster than it does at the enclosure at the top. And also it's a pretty fun way to randomly collect eggs, and then you can have a field day after the fact and just, instead of throwing snowballs, throw eggs. And then just have like a bunch of random chicks filling up the countryside. I did that earlier and it made like 20 chicks. I don't even know where they all went. See? It's crazy. But thankfully I have enough sheep in here and the space is large enough. I don't need any more lambs. No. Not supposed to go in there. I don't want any more chicks in there, for heaven's sake. Let's see how many we get this time. Oh my word. Statistically, not bad. I would talk more if I was actually like playing a game, but I'm literally just building. I do. The thing is, I make up a story. I'm just busy focusing at the moment on trying to get this flippin' mess.
If I was playing an actual game, I mean, this is an actual game. It's not. It's a non-actual game.
Sheepco. Sheepco Industries, because I was thinking of Sheepco Industries, like Sheepco Industries. if I've turned this microphone the correct way. Well, I'm sort of confused because I have recently acquired a new headset. It's the one I'm wearing. However, well, not however, let me first go into the details. So it's a Steel Series, specifically for, I think it is just specifically for Xbox. And I will say that the quality of the sound is amazing. What doesn't make sense though is that you would think if you pull a mic out, because it's seated in the headset, so you pull it out, its pull-out game is strong, but actually not really. Its pull-out game is kind of mediocre because I don't think the actual microphone section comes out like it should. I think you have to rotate it, which is a bit counterintuitive because surely the part that's important on the microphone, the part that hears the sound clearly, should be the part that comes out. It just seems like a bit of a design flaw, but I digress. Much better than the headset I had, which was absolutely awful. More fascinating though is the fact that I was playing this game very quietly, and he said I should talk more. So here I am talking more. Point to look out, which will ultimately be a lighthouse made of wool. So before I do start building, the first thing we'll need would be a lightning conductor. Why? Because the wool is highly flammable, and I have absolutely zero intention of having something that has really taken me weeks to set up and will probably take a good while to build going up in flames, because this game absolutely loves lightning storms whenever I'm in the process of building. So it's going to be sizable, that's for sure. I will form the terror, I will terror the form. And on that note, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this up off camera and fix whatever this situation is, and then try and establish the size I'm going to go with. I want it to be sizable and very, very tall. Let me just show you what's going on. So when I finished off the last time, I went off to go and clear this entire hill off camera. So I've done that. And what I have done is I have this little pathway that I'll finish off at some point, which leads to another railway that heads over to that random village, which is extremely close by. And obviously, because of my choice of building materials, it is very important that I have a lightning conductor, but I have two. The other one is down there, in line with the crosshair. There's Mumbles, my building companion, because this is going to get pretty big. And if you want to know if I have a plan, the answer is no. So you have to trust the process. Now, it needs to be far enough away from that, close enough to the edge. I mean, I guess here's as good a starting point as any. Okay. Now, what I'm trying to do is establish the size of things. And then this should be a clean 7. And the only problem is that I definitely don't think this is big enough. Okay. So, at least we've got a starting point. But I feel if well, let's just play around a bit and see what feels right. I see, that's where we're going to run into a problem. Not everything can just be upscaled. Yes, Mumbles, I know. I'm just as excited as you are. Well, I die inside because I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Hold on. Actually, speaking of Mumbles. Come here, bud. Let's have a look from above and see. I mean, it's the right shape. I do feel we need to go out a bit more. Okay, thank you, Mumbles. Let me get off. So now we'll probably be 5 out. Okay, that's looking better. I just need to get an aerial I wonder if that's as round as I'm gonna get it, or if I tweak it a little. Hold on. If I maybe bring this out by one. Alright, let's test it, see what it looks like, and then take it from there. So if we bring it out, one more on the other side. We'll do that on this end as well. And then let's go check, Mumbles. No. It should have reset now. Let me just check. Oh, like they say. Check. Oh, no, they don't say that. They don't say that at all. They say measure twice, cut once. So I'm basically doing that now. I don't want to get everything underway and then find out there is a problem. So there is looking like a bit of a problem over there. Why is that? Yeah, okay. Just wait, Mumbles. Let's check. Okay, this was before. Okay, let me just think about this first. So where's the entrance? We'll make the entrance there. Let me just go make some stairs so I have my bearings about me. Now because it's 7, I'm not going to just put 1 step, I'll put 3 just so that it's centered. And now I'm still wondering if this is big enough. Okay. Why am I always haunted by merchants? Alright, actually you know what? Let's do one more pass. And then I'm hoping it'll be where I want it. I feel if I go any broader or wider, I'm going to be here for the next century. Now I'm actually kind of in 2 minds whether it should be 7 out. 7 long on the ends. Okay, it is where it is at the moment. I do feel that a lighthouse needs to go, because that's basically what this is, it's a lighthouse. So I'm going to go up a level. This is why I didn't want to fill it in, because I'm not sure how many stone levels I want. I go on my gut and I just do what feels right. Obviously come in with a bit of a plan. I have the general visage in my mind, but as for the approach, well, no. Yeah, that looks good. Now this will be the level that has the actual floor. So you see, I saved this entire space in terms of stone. See, this makes me worried seeing how much of this cobblestone I've already used, because building with wool, don't know if that was my finest thought, but it certainly proved challenging. And I would say I have my honorary degree in agriculture at this point. I also love bee farming. It's just because I want to use the honey for something exciting. I thought maybe on this specific project I could use honey for something. But I still need to figure that out. If I can use what are those things? Not a piston, the other one. Okay, now to get the building part of the other stuff underway. So the first thing I want to do, and just to show you all the wool that I've saved. So there's this chest, this one. Okay, I suppose if you play in creative mode, you don't have these problems. There's the red wool. See, there's just really not enough. I don't even know. There it is. So I have enough white wool, I feel like, kind of. But like I said, at the moment, what I want to do is build the profile. And by profile, I'm going to start by going straight up. Point. So I think I'm going to work 1 block in. This will be the doorway. It's so weird building with the wool. Okay, I'm just going to do the foundation part because I know that this is going to stay, and then I will choose a section to go up in profile. See, these are the types of problems you run into when you're just going in blind with a build. Okay, Mumbles, we need to check. How are you, bud? I mean, If I'd gone like... Okay, let me try something. Not happy with that, so... I suppose the path of least resistance would be to try and get the shape right in the wool first, and then... 1, 2, and we come down to... Alright, let's try that. And then obviously it's going to be a bit wonky here. I mean, that's definitely a better shape. See, because my first go-to would be make it symmetrical, but actually... That's interesting. Hold on. Oh, let me get some distance. And interestingly enough, that side actually looks better. The longer side? The longer side definitely looks better. Right. Okay, so we're 1 down, 2 out. Okay, 2 down, 1 out. If we can conserve wool, that would be great. Humbles, we need to check. Come bud. That is looking so good. In terms of the round shape that I was going for, 100%. So, the answer is not symmetry. The answer is asymmetry. That's fascinating. It's fascinating indeed. So before we commence, let's just make sure that... I'm really glad that I made those adjustments because this looks so much better. And now all I have to do is adjust the stone. I'll do that before I get carried away. I think that's probably the only thing I have to do. Is just balance the stone out a little bit. We might be lucky and have it just be the perfect quantity. Are you actually joking right now? I'm literally too short. That's crazy. Numbers. Now, to build the profile that I'm happy with the shape. I'm not even mad at how beautifully round that looks for a bunch of blocks that are not round. See, this is the part where I kind of wonder about the amount of wool. Now, how much further must this go up? Okay, I guess the only way we're gonna know what to do next is by building and seeing where that takes us. So let the arduous task begin. I may not film all of this just because I do feel that that would be extremely tedious and I don't think anyone really wants to watch me stack wool blocks for the next, I don't know, I can only assume it's probably going to take an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I need to focus. I need to focus on building, and I'll see you shortly. Okay, so today we are continuing. As you can see, the structure is already quite large, but I have a lot of ideas on how to fill it, so doing the outside is just the first step, and let's get this building done today. So I'm gonna go 5 up with the white blocks. Oh, yeah, 5. I know it needs to reach its end at some point, but I'm not ready for that yet. I also wasn't ready for that fall. And just to give you the TLDR, I do feel that the way I'm building is the fastest way for the shape. Obviously, if I was running in straight lines, that would be a different story. Oh goodness. We're tearing through wool. No. Oh, let's go get some more white blocks. What I find annoying is that the only thing you can make with wool are floor mats. Carpets, if you will. Oh my goodness, please. And then on top of this, I'm gonna do another 3 rows of red wool. Okay, I do feel, it's not fall. It's just not, it's not too bad. This is a very tall structure, and I have absolutely zero intention of dying. Thank you. Also, I found like the coolest cave system nearby. It has an ender portal, so that's pretty cool. Only problem is I'm not playing, well, I am playing survival, but it's peaceful survival, so I don't know if you can actually access the ender in this mode, but I'm not using gold to find out for the piglins, because gold has become like hen's teeth, and, well, I've still got much railway to build. On the bright side, in this cave system I found nearby, aside from finding the ender portal, I did find 2 railway lines as well. Found a few powered rails, so that's something. And there's still a lot to explore, but it was a little bit overwhelming. So when my inventory was full, I came back and I was like, let's just get the outside of this building done. And I think this is a good place to get a floor in. So let's do that. And I think from here I'm going to start tapering in. But I'll have to look on the outside and see. At least this shape makes doing the floors not as difficult. Another thing I need to try and do is find merchants who are selling fish. Okay, I can probably start tapering in. Let's just get the floor and the stairs sorted. Good job. The hell was that noise? That's creepy. Maybe. Alright, now, I feel I want to taper in, but let me do 2 more rows of white. Mumbles, you know what? I wish they would make happy ghasts, like actual saddles that could carry stuff. It would make adventuring so much easier. Although I feel that if you've got a happy ghast, it already makes just spelunking and adventuring a lot easier. Because there are so many places that I would not have been able to get to were it not for Mumbles. I mean, this is not even just a normal White House? a lighthouse at this point. It's basically a megalith. So I certainly have my work cut out for me. Alright, now let's go check. Okay, normally when I'm building... Oh, there we go. I was about to say, they don't leave me alone. Like an actual... Yes, you're an actual nuisance. But no, you do not have anything I need, thank you. Alright, so now we're up. I think we can go in and go maybe... Just want to see something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go up maybe 8. let's just get the skeleton in place. Okay, good stuff. I found all this. I found there was a terracotta deposit, and there were some really interesting colors. So I was like, maybe I could build some sort of mezzanine floor. Let me just take all of them with, and we'll see. Mumbles, please. Wow, we're so high up, bud. Mumbles, are you just living up there now? Oh my god, I've never done that before. That should have been an achievement. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna age 27 years if I wait here. So let's just go up. Are you just gonna live in the clouds now, Mumbles? I don't know. Right, I'm just gonna have to do that. Alright, so I said 8 up. Crimea River. And then, do I go in again? Okay, let's just jump to my death, shall we? Okay, that's good. Let's just get some rest of the stairs in. No, I think on this floor, I'm just going to finish off with just using stone, and then I think I need to bring this building right in. Yes, let's do that. That makes sense because then we'll close ourselves in. Okay, let's go on an adventure. Yeah, instead of having the cobblestone. Which one's the most? Well, this is not the most, but it's on its own, so maybe that. I mean, it's very unique. Are you the same dude? Where are you? Ah! Somewhere. Excuse you? Why are you in my train station? You're the same guy. Please leave. Okay, that looks good. Kind of. Right, now we're up here. So I think this is where we'll put a fence. And then we'll move in, except we've got to work around this business. So I almost feel... Okay, well, let's just do the skeleton. The two-step situation is messing with... okay. Unless... No. Unless I put a ladder from a point and then make a trapdoor and then get rid of all of this other stuff. Because I want to go in at this point. The problem is that it's not going to be very balanced. So I think I want to get rid of, or maybe even the ladder could go from there. Maybe that's a better idea. This is why you have to trust the process. Because like I said, I don't ever go into this with a plan. I just go, and as I get to certain points, I get a feeling for what I should be doing. Wait, wasn't I going to build the ladder from there? I don't know, dude. Mumbles, I'm really glad that you decided to join us. Okay. Oh my god, I would have cried if I jumped off the side. Okay, we want it to be 2 blocks in. Okay. Another door here. think this one will just be one, two doors are too high. Hello. Doors are too high. So we'll make it 3 high. And then here we're going to build ladders as well. I'm going to build in. And then this, I reckon. No, nope. That literally achieves this exact same thing as if I had to put on the side, so... That's usually why I stand right up against it. Before I put one down on the ground. I should have just done this in the first place. Okay, and then I think the light section is going to go here, but I just don't know how it's looking from the outside, so let's go. And I do... I don't know. Does it come one out again and go up with light? Yeah, I think so. So what did I say? Go one out and go up. If I'm gonna need more pale oak, it means I'm gonna have to grow pale oak at this point, so... Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Let's just do what we can. And for now, that going out a level? Maybe I should come in. Go up 1 or 2, and then go out 1. Bro, I'm too high in the sky to be near anything. I don't know what you're trying to signal me to. Okay, that's done. Now let's and this is exactly it. So this is where we are settling. Okay, now for the central hub. I just want a rough idea of where I'm building. 1, 2. I'm just going to use the cobblestone, where the cobblestone is. I'm gonna need more glass. That's for sure. And the reason I'm using these versus panes is because they are a lot easier to work with. Panes, you need to have like constraints. So you need to have a frame basically. And even in places where I've had kind of like a frame, if there is nothing physical touching the side, it will not complete the pane. At one of my stations, I put a door and then thought that, you know, a glass pane would go nicely beside it, but it didn't complete the pane. So, alright, now we need to go farm. Let's go farm. We need to farm several things. So, I need pale oaks, sea sand, and those are the two main things. I do have an area where I farm trees, so I guess we'll be headed there. Let me just unhand myself of everything else. I might need to pick up a shovel. But how are we looking? I mean, Mumbles, let's go have a look. And then that'll need to go up probably about, what is it, it's too high at the moment. So, gosh, I'm nearly at the clouds. It's 2. So probably, what did we go with here? That was 8, I think. Was that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it was a 6. Because that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so probably about 9 high. And then I can put more of the white wool and then I can roof it. I just need to go farm some more pale oaks and get some sea sand. So that's one of the entrances to that absolutely crazy cave system. And I'll see you when I have all the materials in place.